So let's just first mention about probiotics. Probiotics do contain a lot more microbes than yogurt and other fermented products. And a lot of times these microbes are freeze-dried. So they're basically preserved in a way that they're in this spore formation. And then when they get into your body, they do tend to get down to the large intestine. And if you take them repetitively, they can reseed the gut. But if you just have a one-shot deal, maybe they'll spike up and they go away. And simply because they're just a lot more concentrated, they're like 100 to 1,000 times more concentrated. So there's a lot of probiotics that are good that do tend to pass the stomach level, but also you got to look on the label to see if they can resist the stomach acids. And the next question is, what about kefir? What is kefir? Kefir is like yogurt. It's a little bit thinner. It's a little bit more sour, but kefir is a lot better than yogurt. But I also have kefir, and kefir has a combination of bacteria and yeast, whereas yogurt only has the bacteria, only a few strains, maybe 2 or 3. But kefir has sometimes up to 50 strains. But let me tell you about another fermented product that'll take your gut to the next level, and that is sauerkraut. Don't get the stuff on the shelf that's pasteurized because it's heated. You're killing off the microbes. Let me tell you what's in this sauerkraut. There's a lot of what's called polyphenols in the cabbage itself. Polyphenols are literally one of the best foods for the gut microbiome. They love it. Also, you're going to get a lot of what's called postbiotics. So prebiotics are the fiber. That would be like cabbage. Probiotics are the actual microbes. And then you have postbiotics, which are all these additional things to support the environment and help that microbe survive better. You also have small chain fatty acids to feed the colon cells in there. Also, you have this chemical sulforaphane, which I've done videos on this. It's like an anti-cancer. And there's also a lot of organic acids like lactic acid to create this amazing environment in your gut so that those dormant suppressed microbes can come out of remission and start to do their job. Then you also have glutamine, which is another thing that your gut needs to heal. Glutamine is also in meat, but it's also in cabbage. But the really cool thing in sauerkraut is this other compound called S-methylmethionine. This is another name for vitamin U. And they named that after ulcers because cabbage has a unique factor to help with ulcers. It has the ability to help heal the lining of the colon, and it's highly anti-inflammatory. If you consume cabbage, okay, you're going to be getting this, but when you consume sauerkraut that's fermented, you get 3 times the concentration of this. One of the things that I recommend is to consume the juice of the sauerkraut. The juice is where you're going to be getting a lot of this minus the fiber. And if you consume regular amounts of sauerkraut or fermented vegetables or other things, you could actually keep these microbes seeded and growing for a lot longer period of time.